So we want to be able to add a new student to this list. So let's get a function, def school. Right? Welcome to my school. So I want to say, what do you want to do? Client, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? So you're going to say, maybe we can create a variable, we can call it menu. Let's call it main menu. Main menu equals to input. One is to add students. Two is to maybe edit students info. And maybe three is to delete a student. Then we can have four. Four maybe show names, show all names. That's it like this. Let's make this 3, then we make the delete to be the last one. I'll remove a student. So 1 is to add students, 2 is to edit student info, 3 is to show add students, and 4 is to remove a student. So if the person selects 1, so we can say if main menu equals to 1.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I lost you for a moment.
Okay, ma'am. So when we run this code, it's going to, like when we call on this scroll down here, it's going to run the code here. To say welcome to my school. It's going to print what do you want to do? What do you want to do? It's going to display this: 1 to add students, 2 to edit student info, 3 to show all students, and 4 to remove a student. Whatever the person enters here becomes the value of this main menu. So we want to know what this person selects. So if main menu if it's equal to 1, that means the person wants to add a new student.
Yes.
So we want to run some codes.
Okay.
Now we can write the codes here, but it's going to make our work rough because it's going to make our work rough.
Yes.
So, sorry, please give me a minute, please, ma'am.
All right, sir. I'm here.
So if main menu equals to 1, that is, if the user selects 1 here, we want to run some codes. But if you put everything here, that of the two, if you put that of 1 here, that of edit student info will also be here, show all names will also be here, remove a student will also be here. So it's going to make this function to be too bulky, and it will make our code rough. So it would be better we create a function for each of these. To add students, we should create a function for that. To edit student info, we should create a function for that. To show all names, we should create a function for that. To remove a student, we should create a function for that. That will make our work neater. So let's do that together. Def, we can call it add student.
Okay. So we're creating different functions for the different things we're going to be doing.
Yes, ma'am. To make it neater.
Yeah.
So this function will be the one to handle the add students. So what we just do is we come here and call on the function. So let's write the body of the function. If you're adding a student, we want to get the name of the student and the department of the student. You can say name, input. In fact, let's call it student name.
Student name, yeah.
You can say enter the name create another one for the student department. Control the student department equals to input, enter the department of the student, like this. So whatever the user enters here becomes student name, whatever the user enters here becomes student department.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is I want to come here and do something like this. I want to do something like this. Name. The value will now be this student name. Do you get it, man? That is, if the user entered, let's say, Patience A, we're going to put Patience A. So then we will now come here, click command, then we'll put department, and the value will be whatever the user entered here.
Yeah.
So to do that, we can create a dictionary and say new student equals to, we create a dictionary, so that because this is a dictionary here.
Yes.
So we say name, then the value will now be this student name. Do you get this, man?
No.
Okay, we are creating a dictionary. Let's complete it. Come in a bit. Give me a minute, please.
Okay.
Student department. So this is what we are doing. We want to create this dictionary. This is a list of dictionary. That is a list that contains many dictionaries.
Yes.
So what we are trying to do here is that we are creating a dictionary that will have a name, and the value will be whatever the user entered here, such that if the user entered Taye there, this will be like it's going to create a dictionary like this. I'm coming. It's going to create a dictionary that looks like this. Name will be Taye. Then department will be, let's assume the department here is computer science.
Yeah.
So the dictionary will look like this. Do you get that, Pasma?
Yes.
So new student will now look like this dictionary. But we need to find a way to bring the dictionary as part of this students list, to bring it inside this place. So come here and say students, that is the old list, dot append new students. So what that will do is that it will take that dictionary and put it inside this list so that it becomes part of the list. Any question, man? Okay. So we want to display a message that maybe Taye added successfully. That is the name of the student added successfully. So we can say print student name added successfully. So we are done with that of the add function. Let's look at the edit student info function. And if main menu equals to 2. So come here and create a function called, we can call it edit student.
Yes.
Def edit student pass. So we come here and call an edit student like this. So let's add the body of this function. If I identify a student, we need to know the index of the student you are trying to edit.
Yeah.
So we can say index equals to integer input
Index.
input index. Let's say enter index. Let's just say enter index. Okay, let's say of the student you want to edit. So,
Right.
yes. So the user can enter maybe 0, meaning I want to edit the first student. Then the next should be that, well, let's do something, sorry, let's go back to this. Let's just print all students. So what you're going to do is that after each function, we just want to print the students
Right.
so that we can see if it's inside of
Print
it.
student.
So for this also, enter the index. Why do I always press E before H? Whenever I want to type D, it's always T-E-H. I observe it's getting too much. Okay, enter the index of the student you want to edit. So let's assume I want to edit the first student, I will enter 0 here. If I want to edit the second student, I will enter 1. On and on, like that.
Yeah.
The next is,
Yeah.
I want to say, also, I want this person to enter the key that he or she wants to edit. What I mean is this. Let's come back to this place. If I want to edit the name of, let's say, patient, so let's say Ifnaya, I'll come here and type name. That is, I want to edit the name. Then I will now put the new value. If I also want to, let's say I want to enter the department, I will enter the key department. That is, I want to edit the department. Then maybe I want it to be, let's say, biochemistry. The value will be biochemistry. So we're going to take two things from the user: the key you want to edit and the value that you want to put there. So we come here and say, we can call it key. Inputs, enter the key you want to edit. So if the person entered name here, key becomes name. Then we can call this value input, enter the value for that key. So let me digress a bit so that you can get these parts better. Let's say we have a dictionary that looks like this. Let's say var equals to dictionary looks like this. Let's say school. Let's say UI. Let's say department. Let's say A and B. Let's say name. Let's assume it is Esther. So we have this var like this.
Yeah.
If I want to change the school, I can just say var school equals to, let's say I want to change it to OAU. It's going to be like this. Do you get it, man?
Yeah.
Now what I'm saying is the name of the dictionary,
Yeah.
the key I want to change equals to OAU. So this will change this UI to OAU.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, man. But let's now assume I want this OAU to be gotten from the user. That is, I want the user to enter the school name they want to change it to, not to always be OAU. That is, if I want it to be, let's say, Uni Abuja, I can enter Uni Abuja. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I can create a variable, I can call it school name. I'll say input, enter the school name.
Yeah.
Instead of this being OAU now, this should now be school name. So if the user entered, let's say, Harvard here, this school will be changed to Harvard.
Yes.
Any questions to that point, man?
No, I understand that now.
Okay. Now, let's now assume that I don't want to change the school. I don't want it to always be the school. That is, I want the user to be able to change this department also. Or the name. Like, I want to be able to change any of them. And, well, if we could have done something like this, var department equals to, we get the value, we can come here and say department name equals to input, enter the department. So this will now be department name, like this. Then if I want to change the name also, I can say name equals to, I'll say maybe student name input, enter your name. So I'll come here and say student name. Do you get to this part, ma'am?
Yes.
Now, but in this case, I have to create 3 variables, then do this also manually. But what if the person only wants to change the name? I just want to change the name. I'm not interested in changing my school or my department. But this will still ask me to type the 3 information. Do you understand, ma'am?
But student, I don't understand. If you want to just change only student's name.
Yes, ma'am. Let's comment on all these codes.
If you want to change the student name, we just say the student name is equal to enter your name and
yes, ma'am.
value
Yeah, exactly. Yes, ma'am. You got it right. You will just say enter your name. All right. But you know, this is the student's information right from beginning. The student will be the one to decide if he or she wants to change the name or the school or the department. If you only put enter your name, the student may be interested in changing department.
Yes.
And if you only put enter department, the student may be interested in changing the school. So we don't know which of them that the student may be interested in changing. Now, if you only put this, let's comment out this part. Let's comment out this part also. These students will only be able to change the name. That means that we do not enable that student to be able to change the school or to be able to change the department. Do you understand, ma'am? Now,
but what if the instruction says,
okay, ma'am,
student, just make the student be able to change their name and come?
If that is the instruction, then we will not need to. There will be no need to add these ones. Do you understand, ma'am? Do you get it, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
So, but if you leave these 3, the student, this will ask the student to enter the school name, the department name, and the name of that student, and this will change it. But what if we have this code and the student only want to change just one of the 3? You know, this is going to run for the 3 of them. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes.
Let's run this code together. We come here, we say Python dictionary .py. Let's make it bigger. So you can see it asks me to type the school name, and I'm not interested in changing my school name. So that means I will need to, if I press enter, the school name becomes empty. This is what I mean. The school name becomes empty, the department name becomes empty. Now I want to change it, let's say from Esther to, let's say, Grace.
Tolu.
Tolu, okay. Like this. So you can see that the school name is now empty, the department is now empty, but the name has been changed to Tolu.
Yeah.
Now another option would have been that to retype this same name, because I don't want to change this and this. So I will type this again to UI. I will type this to A and B. Then I can now put the new name. This will change successfully.
Yeah.
But then, of course, I've been able to change the name alone. But then it doesn't really make sense for me to retype school name as UI when the initial name is already UI. Or to retype the department name again as A and B when the name is already A and B. I only want to change the student name, but now I need to retype this too. So there's a better approach. such that you can decide the one you want to change among the three instead of typing. So the better approach is this. We can say that key, we can call it let's just say A, just to be sure that we can choose to call it any variable name of your choice. Input, enter the key you want to change. B, enter the value. So if the person entered, when it asks you to enter the key, if the person enters school, so A becomes school. Then B becomes, let's say I want to change it to, let's say Lautech. B becomes Lautech. Do you get it, ma'am?
Yes.
So I can now say var A. You know, since the person entered school here, so var A, if I say var A equals to B, this is the same as saying var school equals to Lautech. Do you understand now?
Yeah.
So this is what we end up getting. var school, if the person enters school here, var school equals to B, in this case, Lautech.
Yes.
So let's assume here the person entered department here. That is as the A, and at the B, the person entered, let's say BCH, biochemistry here. If I say var A equals to B, that's like saying var departments equals to BCH. Do you get that part, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the approach you're going to use instead. So we only tell the user to enter the key name that he or she wants to change.
Yeah.
Then this will change it irrespective. So if you say print var now, we'll still see others. Only that particular one will change. So
Yes.
let's turn it together. Enter the key to change. Let's say department. Let's assume I want you to change it to, initially department is A and B. I want to change it to computer science. So you can see that this department has changed to computer science, CSC, but others remain the same. Any questions now?
Understand this.
Okay, ma'am. So, but instead of calling this A and B, it's good we use a more descriptive
Variable.
variable.
Yeah.
So we can call it key and value. So this is now the key, perhaps key, and this becomes value. We can print this out. So that's what you want to do up here. So after you've entered the index we want to change, we have the user to enter the key and the value. Do you get it, ma'am? Hello, ma'am.
And yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So we
After
start,
the key, you tell them to enter the value.
ma'am? I can't tell you, ma'am.
I said I'm listening to you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. So we tell the user to enter the index of the student he or she wants to edit. Then we tell the user to enter the key. Then we tell the user to enter the value for that key. So we can now say that
But like enter the index is just like it's actually the key as well.
no, ma. Look at it.
This index is just number, but key is like the word that precedes the thing.
No, ma. This is what we want to do. If I say enter the, let's assume I want to change Department of Chinanza from nursing, let's say, to anatomy. So if I say enter the index, you will enter 2 because the index of this dictionary is 2. Do you get it, ma'am?
Name.
No, this is the first dictionary. This is the second dictionary. This is the third dictionary. That is, this is the first item in the list. This is the second item in the list. This is the third item in the list.
Yeah.
So the reason you are entering to is because you want to edit this dictionary.
Yes. Okay.
Do you get it, ma'am?
And then the key will now be department.
Aha, good. The key will now be department. Then the value will now be, let's say, anatomy. So this is how it's going to look like. So that means I'm changing the department of Chinanza to anatomy.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is what you're going to make use of. So we come down here and say the students, that is the whole list, we want to target this in this case. So the user enters 2 as the index. So we're going to say, this will now be like this: students index 2, that is we are targeting Chinanza.
Yes.
Then we put departments here. We now say the value equals to anatomy. Do you get this, ma'am?
Yeah. So can I ask you something? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So I just want to clarify something again because I misunderstand it. So this is the students is just the full list,
Yes, ma'am.
and the first thing in the list is John. The first index
No,
is John.
No,
Index 0 is John.
no, ma.
Index 1 what?
No, ma. The index 0 is not John. The index 0 is the old dictionary that contains John and departments, physiology.
That's what I'm still saying. Okay, that's what I mean actually.
Okay,
Like
ma'am.
I'm just starting like the first thing in the index of 0. That's John and everything there.
Aha,
Then
yes,
the
ma'am.
index 1 and then the index 2.
Okay, ma. You are right, ma.
Thank you, sir. I just wanted to clarify.
Okay, ma. So the first thing in dictionary is this whole dictionary. The second thing, so if you say students index 2, that is I'm targeting this dictionary. Do you get it, ma?
Yeah.
Then I'm targeting the department of that index 2. So that means I'm targeting this. And I'm setting it to anatomy. So to change this place from nursing to anatomy. Any question, ma'am?
I understand, sir.
Okay. So this is the approach we now use in our codes down there. We'll come here and say that students, of course we can't put index 2 here because this will make it static. We want something that will be dynamic, so we put the index. So that is, if the user enter 2 here, this is like putting 2 here. We'll come here, put the key. That is, the user enter department here. This is like putting department here. Equals to value. Do you get it, man?
Index, key, and value.
Come on. I want us to take it closer to this thing here. Look at this line and this line. They are doing the same thing. Just that this one is static and this one is dynamic.
Which line and which line, sir?
Line 11 and line 16. Students?
Just that 11 is static, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Hello, sir, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Here, ma'am.
Because I can't see your screen. I can't see your typing.
No, I'm not typing it. I thought you are still looking at it.
Yes, I already am. As
Okay.
line 11 is static because anatomy is there, enter anatomy. They're right, like what you're supposed to, which the next to do is already fixed it.
Yeah.
But this thing, the ones you know, the details you want,
Okay.
right?
Yes, ma. Yes, exactly. So for this one, we are getting it from the user. Why for this one, we are not getting it from the user. We are
Yes.
making it static.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying too.
Thank you, ma. So now, let's take this function back down there. I think it's better here. So when we are done, we can now print a message, maybe students edited successfully or the key edited successfully. Print. Key change successfully. So we are done with that one. Let's go to the last one. Okay, show all names. That's the third one. Show all
Yeah.
names. So let's assume the users. Oh, before we proceed, let's print students.
Student. So I'm understanding it as you're explaining. That's the problem.
You're understanding it as I'm explaining. And I said that's the problem.
Yeah. The problem is maybe if I need to do it now, just do it. But I mean, I understand it and I can use this as reference as well.
Okay.
It looks like I'm understanding.
Okay. Okay. And if main menu equals to 3. So if the main menu equals to 3, we want to show our names.
If main menu is equal to 3, can't you just print, oh,
Oh, your line is breaking now.
unless I can hear
Is,
me.
it's breaking. Come, let me refresh. Come.
The name and the department and all of
Exactly.
that.
Exactly, man. It will show both the names and the departments. So we just want to change show the names alone.
Yeah.
So you can come here and say that we go down. If the user select 3, we want to call on a function. Maybe we can call it show names. So let's get the function here. Def show names. Oops. So we call the function. We call on the function here. Show names. So we can say for name in names. You know, name is going to represent each of the item in names. Oh, let's say for students. Where is names coming from? So it is called students. So you can say for students in students. That is, student will represent each of the item in students. Do you get it, man?
Yeah.
Now, and each of the item will be the whole dictionary. You can say print student, which is the dictionary, then extract the name out of it. So this will print all the names in the dictionary. So this solves our problem. So we are done with that part. Then remove a student. I think you've done that in the last assignment. If main menu equals to 4, maybe remove student. So let's get the function called remove student. So if you are removing a student, let's say we want to use, you can use the same approach of that of edit student. Enter the index of the student you want to remove. It's not high. Enter the index of the students you want to remove. You can say del students, put the index there, then print students. So this will print all the students. So if we, after printing the student, we don't expect that index to still be there. The students at that index still be there. So when we are done, we want to ask the user, maybe do you want to perform another operation? We can say print, do you want to perform another operation? So you can call this maybe we go back equals to input. You can say enter y for yes and n for no. So if go back, if it's equal to y, then do this for us. Call on this function school again. Else print by. So we are done. Add students. Enter the name of the student I want to add. Let's say I want to add let's say Kafayat. Enter the department of the student. Let's say geology. You can see at the end now we have Kafayat geology inside of it. Do you want to perform another operation? Yes. What do you want to add? Let's say edit students info. Enter index of the student you want to edit. Let's assume I want to change the name of this name John to, let's say, James. So that will be index 0. Enter the key you want to edit. I want to edit the key name, and the value I want it to be James. So the John has changed to James. Do you want to perform another operation? Yes. This time I want to show all names.
Yeah.
So I scroll down. We have James, Patience, Chinaza, Kafayat. Do you want to perform another operation? Yes. Let's delete. Let's remove a student. Let's say I want to remove Chinaza.
Yes.
So that will be 4. Enter the index. Chinaza is at index 2.
Yes.
So you can see Chinaza has been removed. We now have 3
Yeah.
inside. Do you want to perform another operation? Let's say no. That's the end. Any question?
Lovely. Lovely. So I want to give you a suggestion.
Okay, man.
Can you let me study these things you've taught me today? Can you let me study it and like go over it again, and then our next class you just give me a class exercise and I'll do it in your presence?
Alright, no problem.
Because I feel like it's too, because I understand it while you're doing it, but it's okay for me to sit and like understand it by myself, so that I can confidently do it by myself.
Alright, no
That's
problem.
it.
Alright, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, man. Enjoy.
Our next class, I don't know, can we like have a class on Sunday? Maybe
Yes, it's
or
possible in the evening,
evening? Okay,
afternoon, evening, after maybe two
evening,
downward.
evening,
Two
evening,
down.
evening will even be perfect because
Okay.
we're working tonight and tomorrow night and then Sunday I'll be going to